schematically heading out of the town, or did he just make a great play?
No, he just made a heck of a play. It was defended pretty well. We saw the same play last night. It makes a tough one at the end. But he stepped up, made a big shot late, and they found a way to make plays down the stretch to keep them in the game. I think the third quarter in general kind of gave them a little momentum, which a little bit of a concern, but it's just tough to lose a game like that.
Was there anything specific that you saw in the third quarter other than Chicago gaining momentum that you didn't like?
Nothing that really stands out to me at this point. I thought, we kind of let go a little bit, kind of relaxed a little bit. I thought we had great momentum, attacking early, settled for, a couple of long shots, decent ones that just didn't go in. And then they kind of got out on the break. We had some turnovers in that third quarter. I think 12 transition points, which was a point of emphasis for us to kind of just keep that to a minimum. They're a very good transition team. So those turnovers, I think, fueled their break a bit. But yeah, that's a tough one. Man, it's a tough way to lose.
What do you think about the way Brad played at point guard?
It was good. No, he had a big game. He was able to facilitate. We're asking him to do a lot. He played, 42 minutes, 43 minutes. So it's tough to have to do it on, facilitate as well as keep guys organized, try to make plays and score. But I think he did a terrific job.
Daniel, it seemed like you went away from him in the fourth quarter. Can you explain that decision?
Yeah, it was basically, I know it's tough that we gave up the offensive rebound late, but I thought the switching did a better job keeping guys in front, kept us out of rotations. And Vucevic is a pretty good pick and pop big. Thought we were getting dragged down the floor a bit, giving up some separation, and he got some good looks. The switches kept that to a minimum, but then you got to deal with the post ups and you got to deal with the offensive rebounds. On the flip side, spacing AG moves Vuce around a bit. I thought that was good for us as well on the offensive end. So calculated risk. I think in general that wasn't what hurt us, but we've done that at times before. Moving him either off the five or downsizing and playing small. I thought the switching was decent.
Wes, this is the second game in a row. I think you guys have shot at least 50 from the floor. What are you seeing in your offense, not necessarily opponents' defenses, that's doing that?
Just a better rhythm, but I think also we've continued to move the ball. We've been attacking a little bit more, getting downhill. I think 70 plus points in the paint, which is an unbelievable number. Our aggression, I think, has been good for us. So a lot of it, you're getting layups, you're getting to the paint. Those are high percentage shots, but it also opens up, help situations into, kick threes, which are usually the shots we want to generate.
How do you explain that kind of aggression and type of momentum when you've got one group of guys who's tired and been carrying a lot of minutes and another group who's just coming back?
Well, I think it's, they're watching the game, so they see it, but just a point of emphasis, stay in attack mode. That doesn't mean you have to force it, but put pressure on them early, and see what happens. If we don't like it, you can always get into offense, but when you get stops, get out and run, stay in attack mode, get downhill, space correctly, and it usually lends to something positive.
How much is Kuz in particular benefiting from that more aggressive kind of?
The last few games, quite a bit. But I think, all of our guys have. Corey has, he's running to the corners. Pope is getting open threes. I think it's been good for our group at large.
How much of a point of emphasis has it been for Kyle to try to attack off the dribble and try to go to the hoop rather than?
I mean, we're not stressing it as, a whole shift in what we're doing. It's just more when we get stops. Let's get out and run. We've seen an uptick in the efficiency. The pace at which we play has been better, especially after stops. So it hasn't been like a shift as far as what we're running. It's just more of a mindset. Let's get out, let's fill our spots, let's attack early in the clock, and see what, unfolds. If there's an advantage, go take it.
Denny fouled out. It seemed like DeRozan caught him a few times on the arm. What can he learn from that kind of trick that DeRozan has to be better next time?
understanding who he is and how he plays and what he's trying to get. He's very crafty, sweep through moves and showing the ball. And for young players, just you have to have the discipline. And at times it's hard because those are tough calls, but it's a judgment call, and he gets those calls nightly. So it's not just us, over exaggerate, your body position, do your work early, show your hands early. So, maybe you give yourself a chance to at least defend at the apex of the shot and not, get him late. We got him up top quite a bit. Found jump shooters is never a good thing, especially a guy like that. He was going to, shot fake you and get you lifted. He lives at the line. So hopefully it's a teaching moment, and he'll be better for it.
I know the Bulls are number one in 3-point percentage, but kind of what led to them having such a big night from three?
Oh man, a lot of tough shots in my opinion. I don't think the vast majority were schematically. Some were in transition, and then their guys made tough pull-ups, which they do. I mean, that's part of Levine's game. That's part of Kobe White's game. So we just have to be aware of that. And, Vooch picking and popping. We talked about all those things. So it's just being more in tune and have a little bit more urgency to get to those guys.
As painful as a loss like this is, how long does it take to get over something like this?
Well, hopefully, it's short-lived. I mean, we got to learn from it. And, it's never fun to have to watch a game like that over, but there's something in there we can take from it and hopefully, be better next time.
These last two games, you've run very short rotations. Maybe it's an obvious answer why, with the replacement players and all that. Is part of it because you guys aren't practicing? You feel like you can kind of rely on this?
I mean, that's part of it. I mean, and also it's guys that we've had in the fold, know what we're doing. We're organized to a degree. It's tough, even with the group we have. We're playing out of position at times. We have to use those guys, when we need them. But, when the game gets tight, you're going to go with what you know. And, a lot of times it's guys who you've been through a few battles with and they're tested. So, you're going to lean on them.
Neil.
Hey, Coach, even when you had Gaff in the game, at times it seemed that Kuzma was guarding Vucevic. Was that the plan, or what was the thought process there?
No, that was planned. And once again, we were switching. So, obviously you got to be mindful of his post-ups. Gives you a little bit of size. Kuz has done, a decent job. He had to guard, Karl-Anthony Towns. And, it's tough because Vuce is a really good post player, but we're trying to take away the advantage in pick and rolls. The advantage for Levine, advantage for DeRozan. So being able to switch, keep size on size and keep a bigger body maybe on DeRozan once we made our switches. I thought that was kind of the thought process behind it. But I think both those guys, Denny, Kuz, even Pope, everyone got a crack at it, and it's a tough cover.
Rafael.
Hey, Coach. Hope you're well. Tonight, Bradley Beal had a career high on assist. How would you translate Bradley Beal playmaking into the team's offense?
Well, I think it's a natural fit. He's been known as a scorer, and he's capable of doing that. But he's also going to make the right read. We put the ball in his hands quite a bit. Even if he's not orchestrating the offense from the onset, the ball's usually coming to him. So he's going to make the right read. He's going to see what's open. He's going to he's unselfish. So I give him credit. To stay with it, to trust guys, to get off of it in a timely manner, set guys up. It generates a lot of offense for everyone.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, Coach. That's all we got tonight. Appreciate it.
How do you describe this game and the way it ended?
I mean, it was a hell of a fight. We did a great job. We had people out. They had people out. We fought all night. Yeah, we did. We played a hell of a game. Couldn't be prouder of everybody that played. Brad hit me on a play and I hit a three, and then, shit happens. DeMar told me to hold my beer, so it happens. He's a great player. Made a hell of a shot. So
What's been working well for you lately? I think it's 3 straight games with 20 points, 20 plus points.
I think I'm just flip my mentality. Just looking for my shot more, but also just getting to the rim and not signaling. When guys are back at a full team, I'm kind of more of a spot up corner type of player. I mean, because that's just the dynamics of our team. But just looking for my shot, getting a rebound going, and just putting pressure on the rim at all times. Is what I'm trying to do. So,
Kuz, what do you attribute the ball movement of the past couple games to the second straight game where you guys shot at least 50 from the floor?
Oh, I mean, we did a great job. Everybody's just sharing the ball. Everybody's getting off of it. If you have a play for yourself, then everyone's taking it. But if not, you're getting off the ball and just find an open man. I think we've done a great job with our pace offensively. Getting down the court and playing defense too. And we were playing a real fun brand of basketball the past couple of games.
Where's the balance in the fourth quarter of them kind of upping their offense and you guys maybe easing off defense, if that's how you saw it?
I mean, we weren't really easing off defense. I mean, they got 2 players that made plays every single time down the floor with Zach and DeMar. Obviously a couple calls, whatever, but those guys made tough shots. And, the game of basketball is, good D, better O. That's just how the game's always been. DeMar making clutch shots, not even just a 3, just down the stretch, all fourth. Zach making tough step back shots. You just tip your hat. I thought for the most part we played great D. So,
how good of a fight was this for you guys in terms of they're leading the Eastern Conference down the line? You're going to see Zach and DeMar and guys like them again, just in terms of preparation, in terms of like, okay, we know we can kind of stay toe to toe with them.
I mean, we believe that we can stay toe to toe with everybody. It's just for us, eliminating mental mistakes. And we had a few mistakes down the stretch and throughout the whole game, but I believe that we're a confident group, and with the way the NBA is, we have guys, dynamic guys that can get down the court, get downhill, and make plays for each other. It's just a matter of us putting it all together. But yeah.
Kyle, I'm not suggesting this was a moral victory at all, but was there anything you guys can take from a game like this that could make you all better in the weeks and months ahead?
Yeah, I mean, the ball movement was great. Ball wasn't sticking. We did a great job defensively. I thought Anthony Gill came in the game and he did a hell of a job. He's a guy that doesn't never play for us, but him coming in and coach making the decision, even Gav had a phenomenal game, 19-8, whatever he had. And, put Gill in, how the game was, and being able to switch 1 through 5 and him, making some big time plays throughout the game was huge for us. But, I mean, you can always take something from every game. You could take, something from a loss. You can take things from wins. So, I think we did a good job, just building every single game that we played the past 3 games or whatnot, of just ball movement and getting that defensive mindset back. So
You mentioned the dynamics of the team's offense, about you often spotting up when the full group is here. But when everyone does come back, can you incorporate some of this attacking style into your game as well? Do you have that freedom?
I mean, I hope so. It has to be in the diaphragms of how the team is. When you look at the team, when guys are out, I have the ability to touch the ball a little bit more, and not stand in the corner and be just kind of a shooter. But and it's something I got to figure out within myself. Watching film and just being in attack mode at all times. So hopefully I can still do it.
How about 4 out of the last 5 games? I think you have double digits rebounds. Is that also a mentality thing, or is it an opportunity thing?
No, I mean, it's not an opportunity. I've been getting double-digit rebounds all year. I had a little stint where I didn't. And, just trying to play hard. That's my game. When I'm rebounding, I'm into the game. I said from the beginning of the year, when I'm playing defense and rebounding, that's all I'm really trying to focus on. And when I'm focused on those two, offense usually just comes. So.
Neil.
Hey, Kuz, just to double check, DeMar didn't actually say "hold my beer" to you, did he?
No, I mean, he didn't say it, but pretty much damn near said it, hitting the damn three. So.
Yep, fair enough.
Yeah.
Obviously, not the result you guys wanted, but when you did hit your shot and just, Capital One Arena, going crazy, just how much do you feel like the organization's fan base has accepted you in such a short time?
Yeah, man, it's been honestly great. DC fans have been great to me ever since I got here. And it's, me coming in, just trying to play as hard as possible. And I think that the fans have gravitated to that, and I really appreciate it. Especially coming here, I had, I'm a very polarizing person. So, you either love me and or hate me. And, I'm just glad that, coming here, have an opportunity to have a fresh slate, and the fans here really accepted me. I really appreciate it, honestly.
Thanks, Kuz.
All right, that's all the time we got for Kuz.
Yep.
Brad, I believe in 6 games decided by 3 points or fewer, this is the first one you guys have lost. What do you take away from this one?
First, praise my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. This one was tough. I just seen Coach West on the way out. Like, he was just couldn't believe. And it's just like, that's how we all feel, man. We played really hard. Granted, there's no moral victories at all. But we played hard, we competed. And damn, DeMar, man, he made a tough one at the end. He made a tough one. So you just do nothing, tip your hat off to him. Him and Zach, they've been playing all NBA, MVP type basketball all year. So we tried to make it tough as we possibly could on them. We were in there. We made runs. Both teams are beat up, guys out. But I think we did a good job holding our own. They made a player or two more than us down the stretch.
So what do you attribute the ball movement the past 2 games?
I don't know. I think it's I think our pace has a lot to do with it. And obviously, I've had to play point the last 2 games, so I'm starting with the ball a little bit more, and that's kind of allowing me to be aggressive early in the clock, and then at the same time, it's allowing me to be able to get guys open shots because they're going to collapse the defense pretty much every time I attack. So for me, it's just finding guys that are open, like not forcing the tough shots over 2 guys and over longer defenders. Just finding my shooters. They're doing a great job of just being ready to shoot, knocking them down. We didn't hit them in the second half, but we got the same shots we did in the first half, when we hit them.
What have you thought about the way Kyle Kuzma's played these last few games?
I love his confidence. I mean, Kuz is confident as is, but once he's going, like it takes him to a new level. I don't even think he realizes the type of player he can be. I think he's still growing. There's another level he can tap into, and I think there's another player inside of him, if that makes sense. Like, I think he can really be really good at what he can do on the floor and what he can contribute. He's not afraid of the big moments. Like I said, him and Pope, they have winning experience. So he has all of those intangibles now. I mean, he's just confident. He's going to have a tough mismatch almost every game. He's 6'9", so he plays a 3 and a 4 for us. So a lot of his mismatches are going to be bigs who probably can't move as quick as him, or guards who are a little bit smaller than him. So he takes advantage of those matchups, and I try to exploit them and try to get him to stay aggressive. And especially in transition, because once he gets a rebound, we're pushing. Like, he's flying. So we just need him to continue to stay aggressive, continue to make the right play.
I know you've played point guard before, but this is the first time you've started at point guard in the NBA, right? Can you remember the last time you started at point guard?
No, I can't. No. And it was definitely a little mind-blowing with the way the league is. With Brad going down, it's like, dang, he only it's tough break for him because he had a great game and it's only one game he was in protocol, so that's tough. But I mean, I knew what tonight was going to be. It was. I mean, I had to run a show. I had to understand. I have to get guys shots, and like I said before, it's been kind of that balance of trying to figuring out, when to be aggressive, when to get guys shots. But when you're playing a point, you got to run a team. You got to get guys in offense. You got to get guys in position. You got to get guys shots. You got to be aggressive. You got to talk. You got to be engaged. You got to encourage. Like you're the head of the snake at all times. And so it was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It was definitely a lot that I can learn from that. And if it happens again, I'll be ready even more.
As you said, no moral victories, but what can you guys take from a game like this once the team is back at full strength, full speed that can help you and the team or help the team in the weeks ahead?
We got to be better at closing out. I think there was a few possessions down the stretch in which defensively we could have been better. We didn't communicate, we didn't talk, and I think in those moments we got to be a lot better, especially against a team like this. This is a team that can make a run this year, against Chicago can. So we got to make sure every time we're on the floor, we're closing out these games. But it's a good feeling kind of knowing that games under 3, this is our first loss. But at the same time, we could have won this game. We feel like we should have won this game. But I think just a couple more plays down the stretch. Like Pope got the turnover. Got the steal on Zach. We didn't get the turnover. The offensive rebound, Vucevic with the N1 that hurt. Zach's threes down the stretch, and DeMar a couple fouls down the stretch. So there's a lot of things we could have eliminated and been better at. So I think that's what we can learn more than anything. But also the positive side of it is just knowing that this is who we can be as a team. Like we're not even full strength, but if we just compete hard and play hard, we can be in every game. So it's just a matter of our mentality every single night we touch the floor.
West didn't seem like totally despondent. I'm not suggesting that, but when you saw him, was this as maybe down after a loss as you've seen him this year or no?
I wouldn't say down. He was a little bit. He was really like this one hurt. Like, and it definitely did. Whenever you lose by game winner, we were up 2. Kuzma made a big shot, to put us up, and we just made some tough plays down the stretch to get us in that position. And it's tough, man. That's what Devo made a one-legger the night before, So, that's what he does. He takes tough shots and makes tough shots. Him and Zach, So, Coach, he's going to be hard on himself, and we all are. But we lost this together. We win together, we lose together. There's no person's fault more than the next man. So we'll be better. We see him again in a few days too. So we know they'll be even more energetic and revitalized. So we gotta be ready to go again.
You mentioned playing the point. There are things you can learn from it. What are some immediate takeaways that you could apply when you're back at the 2 games?
They're 2 different positions, and kind of the way we run our offense and our system. And granted, a lot of things are interchangeable, so I'm able to just somewhat do some of the same things at the 2. But realizing that, like, you have to get your teammates involved. Like a lot of kick aheads, a lot of push. Like allow your teammates to push, allow your teammates to make plays versus me. And I think just the encouragement and that leadership part of it as a point guard of just keeping your teammates engaged, keeping them involved, keeping them enthused, making sure we're having fun. I think all those things are important, and they're keys, to helping your team win. So I'm definitely, there's just a lot I can take from it for sure. Getting guys organized better, pushing better. What plays to call? What plays do guys don't like? Where can I get Pope a good shot? Where can Kuz get the ball going downhill? Just figuring out, trying to manipulate the game, so it's a different thought process, but I think I know the majority of the offense, so it wasn't too hard to play the position enough. I would say.
Neil.
Hey, Brad, if you can think back to an hour ago, what were your immediate first thoughts when first Kuz hits his shot and then DeMar hits his?
Well, it was crazy in the huddle. I think we got a great shot and Kuz missed it at the top of the key. They came down and DeMar got the foul. We had the timeout and literally somebody said, Kuz is coming back to you. And I was like, they kept saying like, Kuz is coming back to you. Kuz is coming back to you. I was like it just sat in the back of my head. I didn't think too much of it, but I was just, I heard it. And then sure enough, coach drew up the play and it was a play to try to get them to switch, cause some confusion, but they loaded up crazy once I tried to reject it. And Kuz kind of gave me like a little bird call on the floor. And it was just oh, damn, you're open. And it just, who's ever open is going to get the shot. So, they collapsed the gap and Kuz is ready to go. He's ready to knock it down and he did. So it was a great play, great shot by Kuz. It's just tough. You don't get the reward on that. That sucks.
And then non-game question, I guess. One, are you into New Year's resolutions at all? And if so, do you have any for yourself that you're willing to share?
Good question. Me personally, no, because I feel like if you're going to change, you can change at any point in your life. Don't wait till a New Year's to do it. But if I would have to do anything or pick some of my resolution for this year is patience, being more patient. Being patient in life, understanding what you're in control of, what you're not in control of, stay in the moment, enjoy the moment, and let life take its course, be patient with everything.
Thanks, Brad. Happy New Year to you and the family.
My man, Happy New Year, Neil.
Christos.
Hey, Brad. Happy New Year, first of all. Tough losses like this, how important for you guys is to use it like a fuel for the next games?
Happy New Year, first off. But for us, it's always going to be tough, man. I mean, every loss is tough. We don't like losing. I don't think anybody enjoys that. But these in particular, you can harp on them, but it's like we did everything. We did everything we could possibly did to win, and Debo just made a crazy shot at the end of the game. So it's in a way the shot is demoralizing. It kind of takes the energy out of you, but to know that it's the moral side of it, to know that we competed and played hard and did everything, we set ourselves up to win, that you feel great about that, and you can continue to build off of that. You have to build off of that. You can't keep the negative thoughts, and the loss in your head. We just got to move forward. Understand we got Charlotte next, which is another, they're kind of our Achilles heel the last few years, so we got to make sure we're ready to go because it's another young, hungry, athletic, scoring team that's going to get after it. So, we got to, and it's my job to do that as a leader, making sure that we're ready to go and engage.
And as a leader that you mentioned before, how important is to see players like Anthony Gill, Tremont Waiters, who signed a 10-day contract, Danny Avdia came off the bench? How important is to see those players made a step up on the floor on both ends?
Well, we need everybody. I say it every single night before we step onto the floor. We have 12, 15 guys. We have a lot of new faces, new bodies. We're not going to win this with one man. So when your name is called, be ready. Because this is a lot of guys are getting an opportunity right now on 10 days. On exhibit 10s, and they're having an opportunity right now. That they probably, knock on wood, they probably wouldn't have had in the past. If we weren't in COVID, maybe some of these guys wouldn't have these opportunities. So just a constant reminder, to the younger guys and the guys we signed. To take advantage of it, understand that you are in a position to where you can make a name for yourself. You're playing for us. There's 29 other teams watching you too. We've seen that time and time again. But Denny is coming into his own. He's becoming more confident. Coaches becoming, to trust him more and more, especially with the ball to be able to make plays. And then he's getting better, once you be able to show that, you can play consistently. And then he takes the challenge on the defensive end. He's one of our best defenders. It helps us, and it helps him. It's something I told him at the beginning of the year. Everything is going to be a challenge for you. Everything is going to be, it's going to be highs, it's going to be lows, but you're going to need them all. And he's embraced every single moment that he's been through. And he's coming into his own. The game is slowing down for him, and it's just going to continue to do that.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year, full of health.
My man.
All right, that's all the time we got for Brad tonight. Appreciate it.